Crash Team Rumble is a very fun, yet very weird game. It's definitely not what I was expecting when I heard there was a multiplayer Crash Bandicoot game coming out. So the entire premise of the game is it's a 4v4 team-based game, and the objective of the game is to break these boxes, pick up the fruit, obviously, and then to stand on this thing for a good 5 seconds in order to bank the fruit. First to 2,000 wins. And I will just keep saying just how bizarre this game is and how it even exists to begin with. The game retails for $30. Some would argue it should be free to play, and I suppose they kind of do have a point, but I think $30 is fine. If they were charging $60, $70 for this game, then yeah, I think that would be ridiculous. Though it is Activision, so I definitely wouldn't put it past them. I do sort of worry for this game's future at present because in its current state, there's not a great deal of replay value in this game. There's not that many maps. They do have a few characters, and while they play slightly differently to each other, there's not a lot of them. And personally for me, it did end up a bit stale after about a few matches with each character. Like, this isn't Smash Brothers, or even, to be fair, this isn't even Multiverses. Multiverses, you had 16 characters off the get-go, and they all played very differently to each other. Now, hopefully I'm wrong, and this game becomes the next grand live service game, or drops off like Multiverses did. And then they switched off the servers for 6 months, which will still be a very bizarre move, in my opinion. And I already know what you're thinking. Are you going to do a mainline Crash Bandicoot game? And to that, I say, if this gets 1,500 likes, I will do a main Crash Bandicoot game. If it gets 2,000, I'll properly consider Crash 4.
Don't give me hope.
Also hit that subscribe button. But how is this game right now for $30? I'll be honest, before it gets stale, it is a lot of fun to play. For the first few hours or so, I did enjoy my time with the game, but the novelty really wears off quick. There's barely any maps. There's like 4 or 5 maps, and there's no different gameplay modes. It's all just break boxes, collect the fruit, and then go into the banking area. There's literally, that's the game. There is no other game modes to play. But I mean, for $30, I don't think it's that bad, especially when I use the sponsor of today's video to make that game even cheaper. So as I said before, this game currently runs 25 British pounds or $30 US. But with instant gaming, I knocked that price down to a grand 21.50. With that extra £3, I can now feed my Dr. Pepper addiction. And instant gaming, they currently have some of the cheapest, if not the cheapest digital codes on the internet, and it's now exclusively where I buy my PSN codes from. And they also have Steam gift cards. They have Xbox gift codes as well. So go check out instant gaming in the description and grab yourself a cheeky bargain.
And now for something completely different.
Alright, now how is the platinum for Crash Team Rumble? When you hear of a team-based online game, what's the first thing you think of?
What is it? That stench. I've smelled it before.
When this game was first announced, my very first thought was, ooh, that platinum might be a bit spicy. So let's go quickly check out that platinum. I guarantee it's easily a solid 8 out of 10. Wait, what? Yeah, this platinum is really easy.
That's a laugh.
It's almost criminal how easy this game's platinum is. Now, while all the trophies are online, they will pretty much offer you no issue whatsoever, besides maybe 1 or 2. Just in terms of what this platinum trophy could have been, it could have been one of the hardest games of the year. But Activision decided to be nice for a change. So a quick rundown of the trophies for this platinum. You have to bank 1,200 fruit in one match. 300 of it has to be in one drop. This can take you a few tries, but it isn't that hard once you get certain abilities. You have to KO 10 enemies in one game. You have to earn a 100% gem boost. KO 5 enemies before being KO'd yourself. Deposit 25 relics in one match. Activate an epic relic station. And then, no lie, win a match using every single character and using every single ability, and they give you a trophy each. Also, each character has their own particular trophy for something you have to do in the match. For example, Crash, you have to flatten 2 enemies at once using its slam. For Coco, you have to have 20 enemies run into her walls. As Towner, probably butchered that, you have to uppercut an enemy and then KO them before they hit the floor. As Dingle Dial, love that, you have to hit 3 enemies using a single tail whip. As Neo Cortex, you have to transform all enemies in one match. As Brio, you have to use the slime monster to stop a gem capture. As Catbat, you have to heal all allies in one match. And as Troppy, you need to hit 3 enemies with a single gravity slam. And this is probably the most tricky of all of these trophies. And then after that, you will probably have 1 trophy left, which is to fully max a character. The max level for a character is currently 15, so really not that difficult. Honestly, guys, I wish I could say more about this game, but there's really not that much to talk about, unfortunately. Like, this game isn't exactly bursting with content, unfortunately. But pretty much all you're going to do in this game, grab a Whopper fruit, and let's get this Crash Team Platinum.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so we load the game up quickly and complete the tutorial and pop ourselves our very first trophy of the game. Then moving on to our very first online match, we pop another trophy, and unfortunately, it's this one. Nope, trophy for dying. Nice. So I'll be honest, in your first game, you will probably get about 4 or 5 trophies in your first game. So I finished this game, and I popped 4 different trophies. Oh, trophy. Oh, trophy. Oh, trophy. Oh, trophy. Damn it. And then later on in my next game, I knock out 5 enemies in one match, and then pop another 4 trophies in a span of 7 seconds. Ooh, trophy. Ooh, another trophy. Ooh, another trophy. Like, this game at the start just goes cuckoo for trophies. We then get another quick 3 trophies for equipping different items. And in the next game, we thankfully knock out Crash's particular trophy to slam 2 enemies. Yeah. Let's go! Let's go. All right, now, this is Fruitful. Probably one of the more annoying trophies in the game. This requires you to bank 300 fruit in one drop-off. This can be annoying. I recommend using Crash just because he's the fastest and he generally is the best character for the most part. And also, if you use the fruit storage ability, you can then hold extra fruit, and that coupled with the boost can end up getting you a lot of fruit in one drop-off. And using this strategy, I picked up the 1200 fruit in one game, but for some reason, I don't have the footage for that one. One of the final trophies I'm going to show you guys is to hit 3 enemies with 1 slam as trophy. The reason why I'm not showing all the trophies in this is because I don't need to show you guys me winning with every single character and then winning with every single ability. It wastes my time, it wastes your time, and I value you guys too much. I'll just show you the trickier ones, and this one is easily the trickiest. It involved me just standing on the opponent's banking spot and just praying that I got lucky. It took me about 3 matches, but eventually. All right, now fully ranking up your character. I chose Crash just because, as I said, he's one of the more fun characters to play, and also he's already level 8. Leveling up in this game is really easy. You just have some challenges to do, just playing the game naturally. If you're somewhat decent at this game, you'll have no issues really leveling up quickly. It took me personally about 3 or 4 hours to go from rank 7 to rank 15. Nice. If you guys want to see me get my proudest platinum of this year, click somewhere on my head.